Hi, Bobby McGee here. A question I get a lot is, especially from the beginner runners, first, second season runners, is a question about shin splints and what exactly are shin splints. Now again, in a conversation like this, I always say, you need a good team around you, led by a physical therapist that knows what they're doing, that know the sport of running, that can help you with that. And for the triathletes out there, know that a lot of injuries like this can be set up by mistakes on the bike, just trying to turn the pedals over too slowly with too much power, or having the wrong cleat setting on your bike, or having ill-fitting shoes, or having a cleat that's too narrow with a loose upper on your shoe. All those things, saddle position, saddle height, can lead to injuries that you don't realize you have on the bike, but that manifest themselves when you run. So when it comes down to shin splints, it's a multifaceted problem, and it's based on two primary sources. The one is if you're a prominent heel striker, what happens is when your heel hits the ground, your shin muscle, your tibialis anterior, is slowing that foot down so that it slaps down. So if you have that typical two-beat foot strike when you're running, where you're landing slightly on the outside of the heel, and then just after that you hear that slap of the forefoot, then that tibialis is working super hard to support you. All right, but that's not the primary reason. If you're doing that, you need to smooth out your rolling action. All right, just make sure that when the foot hits the ground, it's rolling, that toe is not too high, so you have that two-beat flop. But the primary reason is one of torque. So you have that tibia and then the fibula behind it, and when the foot hits the ground, if there's some excessive pronation and so on, the knee, all right, and the foot don't agree with each other, the knee turns inwards, the foot gets stuck on the ground, and then there's torquing motion where the muscles along the inside of the shin, where they attach, are put under pressure, and that torquing motion repeatedly with immense weight put on the foot over a period of time, with every step that you take, lead to some breakdown of that tissue that can eventually actually lead to stress fractures. So smooth out your gait, reduce your stride rate, make sure you're wearing footwear and inner soles that are appropriate for you, and that your mechanics are good, and then also keep your calf muscles very loose, and make sure you have a nice smooth transition with your foot plant, whether that be a midfoot strike, which is a little bit better when it comes to shins, or whether that be a heel striker. And especially if you need to control some of that excessive pronation, that starts to become an issue. So keep the muscles healthy, keep them strong, keep them loose, and make sure that your gait is light and economical.